to something beautiful. For you, I bleed myself dry. For you, I bleed myself dry. It's true. How it shines for you. How it shines for you. How it shines. How it shines for you. How it shines for you. Look how they shine. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things that you do. You say you've been through this before. You gave away all your secrets to someone who often left you in pieces. I know the feeling, believe me. I know prices you gotta pay, sacrificing my freedom, and all just to get somebody to see me. Nobody said it was easy. My heart's been broken and broken and broken and broken, but I keep on hoping and hoping and hoping and hoping that if it keeps on breaking and breaking and breaking and breaking, then one day it'll open and open and open and open and open for you. I know we've both been afraid, but we can run from the wind and the thunder when we're dancing under the rain, the rain, the rain. I know we got what it takes. Ain't gonna run from
Hey guys, we're gonna wait for probably, we'll say 4 more minutes. See if people hop on.
All right, I'll just keep dancing to the song.
Sorry, Tyler, hang on 1 second. Let me turn off my music. I can't hear you. Say it again.
No, that was the point. I said I'll keep dancing to the song.
Oh, well, I already killed it. Mood is dead. So I failed and I forgot to change the settings so that you guys don't have to ask to get into this meeting. So I have one job. That, you know.
Accept everyone.
I expected a lot more people than this. That's all right. Thanks for coming, guys. You will be the ones to reap the reward. Leads for everybody. You're going to learn things in this class that you didn't even think was possible. No, I like you here. Please stay.
I couldn't imagine teaching a class if nobody's actually there.
I know. Hey, I will wait for 30 minutes if all of you will commit to coming here instead.
Dude, it's a 3-hour drive.
Don't give me your excuses, Tyler.
Send me your jet. I'll be right over.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Welcome. This is Well, I'm nervous for people to come late because then I'm going to be deep into teaching and I won't be able to add them. So we'll give them, what do you think? 2 minutes? Do we just kill them? Kill them off? They're late, so they're basically dead to us. That's right.
Are you recording this?
I am recording this, so if any of you want to watch it later, you can. However, I am also monitoring who is on for the entirety of the class because that's where the $5 Facebook credit comes in. So class starts now. Welcome. So give me an idea between you on Zoom and you here. How confident do you feel with ads on social media? Scale of 1 to 10. Everybody give me a number.
4.
We got a 4 and a 6, okay? A 6 or a 7. All right, we've got a veteran here. I'm probably a 7. Nice. Okay. What else? Talk to me on Zoom. If you're going to be on this call, you have to participate. Otherwise, I will kick you off. I won't really, but oh, there's chats going on. All right, we'll get the chat going on here. We got a 5, a 3, a 0. Awesome, Adrian. And a 3. Okay, sweet. Okay, well, hopefully we'll take you from that 2 to an 8 today. We're going to teach you some tricks of the trade, or at least a couple numbers up. First of all, I'm going to assume many things today. I'm going to assume that you know how to get into Command. I'm going to assume that you have a business Facebook page created. You cannot run ads unless you have a business Facebook page created. Just Google that. How do you create a business Facebook page? And I'm going to assume that you've gone into your Command, you've gone into settings, and you've linked your business Facebook page in Command in your settings. There's that one and this one. There are 2 different areas that you have to link.
Josh,
Any questions on that? Yes.
can you share the screen, please?
Oh, yep. I am Steve Moss. Okay, everybody seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Okay, like I said, first of all, I'm going to assume that you have a business Facebook page. I'm going to also assume, let me get rid of this, that you have gone in here into settings and linked both your Facebook post. This is not really important. You don't have to do your Facebook post scheduling because that's for a regular post, but at least your ads manager. Okay? Any questions on that? Feel good about that? We're going to just jump straight into campaign. So the format of this class is I'm going to teach the first 5 to 10 minutes about starting to create an ad, the very, very basics. Okay. After that, I'm going to go into a little bit more details of kind of like, what would that be called? Like the middle ground. Oh my goodness. There's a word that starts with an M that I cannot think of. It's like the medium level. I don't know. Of information when it comes to Facebook ads. And then we're going to go into a little bit more advanced concepts. Okay. Feel good? Got to live the crowd here, guys. You'll see like, yeah! Woo! Steve, jump on anytime and just yell for some random reason. That's totally fine. So, okay, we're gonna dive straight into paid ads. So you're gonna go into your dashboard. You can look at paid ads. You can see I've ran a couple here. I finally convinced the brokerage to give me some money so I can start running ads, so I can actually do what I preach. So I'm pretty new with actually running my own Facebook ads in Command. I've done multiple Facebook ads in the past, but anyway. So a lot of what I'm going to teach you today comes from agents in our office that have been running ads for months. So people like Cameron Wilson, Peter Morkel, those are the two biggest ones, and then multiple other solo agents that have done one-offs, and taking feedback from them. What has worked for you? What's going on here? What type of ads do you run? So on and so forth. First of all, you should know that this does not mean anything. This is for your reference only. So when you're creating an ad, you're going to put in a campaign name. So let's just call it test. And you're going to, for your reference, you're going to pick one of these that say something along the lines of, oh, I want to, like, what's your goal? I want to attract listings. I want to attract buyers. I want to advertise multiple listings. So we're just going to do a classic buyer ad. No, we'll do a listing. That's the easiest one. Then you can choose where you want, your Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. What do you guys think? Which is better, Facebook or Instagram, and why?
We have a lot more.
Brady says he has a lot more engagement through Facebook than he does Instagram. What else?
Seems like Instagram, all ads.
Seems like Instagram is all ads. Okay.
There's quite a few on my.
Have you guys ever noticed how many ads are in your regular Facebook page? You probably don't notice. So if you go on your feed, and, no, it's these. Watch. So it's about every 4. So scroll down. There's one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one. Boom. You ever notice that? There are ads everywhere in your life. You probably just don't even notice them. Anyway, what else? Why Facebook over Instagram? What's a good example of when to use Instagram?
Instagram for us is we do stories, daily stories. It seems that keeps us top of mind.
Great.
We're doing both, so it's hard.
Yeah, Brady says he uses Instagram for their stories because to help them stay top of mind. What else? Okay. Instagram is more sharing photos than ads. Think of demographic. Who uses Instagram? Young hooligans, according to Brady, the old man. I mean, how many of you on this call have an Instagram account? Someone say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so there's 5 of us. I have an Instagram account. How many of you that are over the age of 40 have an Instagram account?
Aye. Thanks,
Oh,
Josh.
Steve Moss, nice job. So that's kind of the differentiator, that's a word, is that think of Instagram, mostly think in ads wise, think of demographic, okay? So Instagram is more of the younger generation and Facebook is more of the complete generation, except for 18 and under don't really use Facebook currently. I mean, there are exceptions always, but so what kind of ad would you make for Instagram? Would you do a listing ad for an Instagram? Probably not, right?
Nope.
Cool. That's the point. Think, I would never run a listing ad on Instagram. Yeah. 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 So the comment was that Instagram is kind of, I mean, in a way it's become the new Facebook because it's more of like sharing your story, and Facebook has been more of like business purpose, right? What, does that make sense? Anyway, okay. So we're going to do attract listings. We're going to put it on Facebook, and Now we know why. I see people in the chat. Okay, sweet. If you comment on the chat for the rest of the call, I'm not going to see it. Just fair warning. I just want to check one more time to see if anybody's trying to join the call. Colby. Okay. It's the last time I'm going to check. Okay. Okay, so we're moving forward. Let me get rid of this. Come on.
Hey, Josh.
Yep.
I'm switching from my phone to my laptop. Will you check one more time in like a couple minutes to add me back in, please?
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so when you click on continue, you're setting up an ad. This is what you're going to see. It's basically a script by script of what you're going to put in the ad. Now I'm going to run through this quickly before I talk about best practice. First of all, sometimes this will show 3 of these. So main copy, headline, and description. Notice if I just use the suggestions that they have, and I go down here to Facebook ad and configure and decide to use, where is it? This is so hard to do from this angle. Hang on. All right. If I choose my page, then up here, this is no longer required because this doesn't exist. That makes sense. The summary of that is there is no description on Facebook ads. Okay? So don't waste your time filling out the description if you're running a Facebook ad. Any questions on that? Okay. Cool. So you're going to look at these 2 main things, main copy, which is up here, and your headline, which is right here. Essentially what's going to happen is your people are going to read through this. They're going to see the image, first of all. Your image is your attention grabber. They're going to see the image. They're going to go right below the image because that's order of operations. That's how we in this nation read things, is left to right, top to bottom. So they're going to see the image. They're going to go to the next step, which is right here. This is the subject, the headline. And then if they are interested, they're going to go back up here and they're going to read your description. Does that make sense? Any questions about that? There are exceptions to that rule. If you have a whole crap load of emojis in your description, then maybe that's where you'll catch their attention. But best practice is your image will catch their attention. They'll go down from there to pique their interest, and then they'll read the description, click the link. Okay? Any questions on that? Okay, so let's talk about different forms of copy that we can do. So we're doing a listing. What's a good, give me something that you might put in a listing copy. What's your headline? Check out this hot, sexy house. Is that a good one? Might offend someone. Would that offend you, Brady? Not even a little bit. Okay, sweet. Yeah, you're like, okay, this is a good one. That's right. Check out this hot, sexy house! Exclamation point. Attention.
Hey, Josh, I'm trying to get in on my laptop.
Okay.
Thanks.
I don't see you here. Why don't I see you?
Can I not be logged in on 2 different things?
No, sorry.
Oh.
I got you.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Check out this hot, sexy house. Main copy. Have you seen those windows? These windows?
I feel like most of the ads I actually, honestly, most posts I click on, when they have something in the headline, they stop. It's kind of stop somewhere where I want to go.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So he said that some of the best ads he's seen are the type that have content like this, but then they stop mid-sentence and they go another line down. So it catches, so you're reading through this and you want to keep reading because you want to know more. If you're doing text heavy, if you're doing really long sentences, and I was going to get to that, so well done. If you're doing really long sentences or long paragraphs, you're going to lose attention. So you want to do quick and to the point. This is just a funny ad. That's what I'm making right now. But the concept between creating content is that, first of all, there's no right way. And I'm going to show you a way to get as many examples as you could ever need so you can get ideas. But the mindset is your image is going to be a really, really high quality image of some house somewhere. So I'll show you how to do that in just a sec. But then your copy is going to just play on that. Check out this hot, sexy house. Have you seen these windows? Your neighbors can be checking you out all day long. Emoji of kissy face. I don't know. That's kind of this is a kind of weird ad. So anyway, the point though is that you're gonna grab people's attention. That's the whole point. You can be boisterous. You can be bold in what you're saying. Right now I have 2 ads running, so let me save this draft. And it's targeting people that are at their job hunting. Okay? And so this is what it says. Because this is a recruiting ad. Dang it, where's the, it won't let me bring up the, well, I don't want to edit though. I want to just see the ad. I'll get rid of this. It should just, there we go. So here's an example. I don't know which one this is. No, this is I wanted to compare 2 different texts. I don't like that one as much, but this is an example of something. So they're reading through their screen and they see an eye-catching image. So we've got someone that looks extremely happy and it's just a good-looking picture. It's time to get a new job. So they see the picture, it's time to get a new job. Oh wait, that's exactly what I'm thinking about right now is how I want to get a new job. So the question is, are you working at your dream job? You deserve to be. Let's make that happen. Learn more. Right? Does that make sense? So the image is to catch their attention. It's time to get a new job. This is to lure them in. And then this is to answer that question that they're asking themselves right now. Yeah, so I'll show that. So let's go back here. So that's kind of what you're creating. So let's get an image in here. Add media. So there's multiple different ways you can do this. Probably one of the easiest ways is to pick a listing and pull it from that listing. So you can go up here, add a listing, and if you have a listing, great, you should use that. If you don't, find someone in our brokerage that has a listing that you like, that you think is a good looking picture, and ask them, hey, can I use your listing pictures to get buyers for you, to run ads so I can get buyers for you? No one's gonna say no to that, right? So let's find a good listing here. What's, should we do it by agent? Should we do Clay's? No records found. Oh, that's right. So you have to do not only my listings, you have to change it to all listings. So here's all of Clay Winders. And we will use, what's a good looking house on here? That's a good looking house. $1.8 million. Man. I mean, just think of those windows, guys. People are looking all up in those windows. Oh, I got rid of my copy because it defaulted. So summary of that is put your image in first so that you don't have to redo the copy. What was my copy again? It was so good. I don't remember. What's a good copy? Someone give me something to write here that has to do with this house. Okay, I'll teach you. Check out that hot, sexy house. This is the house. Wait, no, I'm gonna do this. So a couple quick tips here. First of all, emojis are super good. We have run multiple different ads, ones with emojis, one without. It's always better to have emojis. So find a way to throw some emojis in there. I don't care what the emoji is, but it just adds a little bit more character, a little bit more fun even into your ad. So I'm just trying to find a stop sign here. Is this a stop sign? Why can I not find a stop sign? I can search.
Type it in the search and see if it comes up.
All right, that'll work. Boom, stop what you're doing, you've done it. This is the house your wife wants. Right? This plays on words. I can target this. And we'll give it a shot, right? There's no like perfect way to do content. You have to remember that content is like the most fluid part of ads. There's not like a right way to do it because everybody is different. This is gonna target men who think this is funny, right? And that's who it's gonna work on. Maybe some women, but for the majority, that's the target audience for this, right? And so it's not gonna be a one-stop fit all, but no ad is going to be. So don't try to make a one-stop fits all ad for every single person in the world because that's impossible. And you want to pick a target audience and shoot for them. Okay. Any questions so far?
I do.
Yes, great.
So we found out that if you add a picture after you've done the description, then it
Oh yeah, good point. So if you add a picture after you've done the description, it will wipe your description and it will insert the text from the listing. That's if you add a picture from the listing. Yeah. Any questions? Any other questions up to this point? Is this helpful? Am I saying helpful things? Kind of? I'm getting the kind of over here. It's all right. I'm not even in the juicy part yet. Okay. We're still talking basics here. Okay. So we're in ad media. Here also, you should know that it's better to have more than one picture when you're advertising a listing. Because people want to see more than just that picture of the house. They want to see this, they want to see the kitchen, and they want to see the master bedroom. I don't know, something like that, right? They want to see the top pictures of the house, the top 3, so it catches their attention, and so then they'll go into it. That makes sense? But this is not enough. This is nothing. If the reason why you're sending out this ad is to catch their attention for this house, you got to give them a little bit more, okay? Any questions on that? So the question is, what are your thoughts on trying to sell lots? My answer would be, don't use a lot picture. That is not an eye-catching thing. What I would do instead is, yeah. So the comment was, what if it's a cool aerial shot? And those are pretty good. But what I would do is, I would change your mindset here. I would target land buyers in general. And do a picture of like some beautiful home and say, would you like to build this house? Because I've got a list of land for you. And then start sending out an email that has your land listings plus others, right? Because it doesn't have to just be your listing. That makes sense? So I would think a little bit bigger on that, because if you're just trying to create an ad for just one piece of land, that's going to be such a specific target audience that you're not going to find them. I mean, the chances are very, very slim, okay? Any questions on that so far? Okay, moving forward, Facebook ad. This is where things get really, really specific. First of all, like I said before, if you don't have a business page, you can't do anything. So create a business page. I use the KW Westfield, the actual page, but you can just do it of your name. You could have like Brady Summers, real estate agent. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what it is, but the point is you have to have one, okay? Any questions on that? No? Cool. So step 1, Facebook lead generation form or a site and or landing page. And before I ask this question, you should know that regardless of which one you choose, they are still going to end up at a landing page because the ad has to take them somewhere. So which one do you think is better? To start with the landing page to catch their information or to use the Facebook lead generation form? Okay, so Brady says he thinks the Facebook lead generation form would be better. Let me give a little bit more details here as well. What's going to happen is that they're going to see this ad right here, and they're going to click this button, and then it's going to do something. So the 2 choices you have are, one, it's going to take them somewhere where that you can customize and you can collect their information there, or it's going to just pop up a little bar in Facebook that says that autofills with their information, where they click a button and then it will take them to that place. So Brady's exactly right. The lead generation form is your best bet because it auto generates. They don't have to think about anything. In fact, most people are in such a hurry at that point, they're just going to click through it. They won't even think about the fact that they just gave you all their information, their contact information, and they wouldn't have clicked on it if they weren't interested in what you're trying to show them. Does that make sense? So a little bit more advanced, step one, use the lead generation form, okay? I don't know of a case where this is better because this is faster to catch their information. There's so many opportunities for you to lose them on your landing page. I don't care how good your landing page is. First of all, they have to go to your landing page. So if the internet is crappy or if something's happening, or there's so many opportunities for that to go wrong, just getting to your landing page in general. And then from there, they have to scroll down to their contact page and they have to fill it out. I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong. So do this. Does that make sense? Any questions on that? The call to action button, this is not super important. Maybe it's more important than I think it is, but basically you have three options. Whichever one applies most to your ad, choose that one. Apply now could be something like limited seating for an open house or limited ability to host for this open house. You have to apply to be able to go or something. That makes sense? Or sign up. Both of those would work for that. I guess apply now could be more like a job posting like I've done. Learn more is the most common. If it's anything that doesn't require action for them to take, like when you go to this website, I expect you to do blank. It's more of, I just want to go figure out what you're talking about. I'm interested. Learn more. Okay? And again, that's just this button here. That's what you're changing. This is your ad, by the way. This is what it looks like on the web, and this is what it looks like on the phone.
Josh, can you hear me?
Yep.
I have a question about this.
Okay, Colby, what's up?
So one of the things that I'm curious about, so you say use Facebook lead generation form.
Uh-huh.
So on the Facebook lead generation form, that's an automatic thing where it just fills out their information based on their, whatever they plugged into their Facebook.
Yes,
right?
Auto-generate from Facebook information. Yep.
Okay. Is there any kind of feedback? Because like I have a Facebook, obviously, but my Facebook email address that's tied to my Facebook, I haven't opened up in like probably a decade.
Yeah, good
since
point.
Facebook started.
So it will ask them for three things. It will have their name, their phone number, and their email. Honestly, like as agents, we don't care about people's email. The key there is that it has their phone number, which 95% of the time will be correct because a lot of people have the two-way verification or whatever it might be that they're using their phone to do. Does that make sense?
Okay. So that's what I was wondering. I'm like, if it's auto-populating, I just wanted to make sure that that information was going to be accurate.
Yes, it's auto-populating, and I mean, they can change the form. It will auto-populate, but it won't automatically, like, they don't have the chance to not change it. So we've seen, like, swear words come in. Like, you never know what you're going to get because some people are just...
Oh, yeah. It's an internet lead. I understand that. I was just kind of wondering, is it... Because you said that's the best option, but when I was using it before, I kept getting a lot of information that was not... I was just curious. Just curious.
That's mostly just because they can change it. And again, you're right. It's an internet lead, so you're going to get a lot of bogus information because some people just want to see what it's going to lead to, but they don't want to actually commit to anything. But it's going to be those rare gems. I think like the national average, I'm just spitballing here, so I may be totally wrong, but I think it's like 10% for conversion. Yes, Dean. Do you want to be in? Okay, come on in. Okay, sweet. For those who just joined, sorry, I'm not monitoring I failed and made it so you have to request to join, so my bad. Anyway, you had a question.
With the email, whatever email you have for your account, that was that.
So the question is, whatever email you have for your Facebook account, is that where the lead is going to be emailed to? Is that right? Okay, perfect. Great question. So it's not. So this is tied directly with command. So as soon as a lead fills out this form, fills out that Facebook lead generation form, it's going to go straight into your command as a new lead. That makes sense? Any questions on that? Okay. Okay, we're moving forward. We're actually going way slower than I anticipated. Ad targeting. So also, you can run ads without targeting anybody. And Facebook, well, that's not true. Without targeting really, really specifically. Facebook has already created these ads to target people interested in real estate, but it's more of like a general overall. That makes sense? So when you're creating the ad, you're going to want to go in here and add interests. So you're going to use custom settings. You're going to add interests. And let's say this is a seller, so you could do, I don't know, what are some interests that sellers have? Real estate investing. Equity. Right? They want to know how much home they have. I mean, how much money they have in their home. That makes sense? You're just going to throw in as many interests as you can think of that has to do with your ad. So this is an ad that's targeting men that want to impress their wives, right? So maybe we could do like, no, you're good. So the question was, is this similar to like a hashtag on Instagram? And no, kind of. So these are basically keywords. So the more people are searching for these keywords on Google or whatever it might be, or whatever their cookies have saved, then that's where this is pulling from. Okay. So I'm not gonna go too much into interest. Again, this is kind of like, it depends on what your ad is targeting. Okay. So if you go on Facebook actually, and you go to a place called like Command Your Conversion, this is a Facebook group that's all about lead generating through command. They post multiple ad examples in here. And the different people they're trying to target, so on and so forth. So you can go into here, for example, Command Your Conversion, and get ideas for that. This is a really good resource to use, okay? Any questions on that?
Josh, I've got a question on where it says like target my database and target a custom audience. Like what would make you choose one over the other? Like the database.
Yep, that's my next point. Perfect. So target custom audience is going to be the usual that you do because this is just basically choosing a location. So we'll say Orem, Utah. And for the record, you have to be within 20 miles. You can't go less than 20 miles. The ad won't allow you to. Oh, wait, never mind. It's 15. I lied. I know nothing. You can't go less than 15 miles because Facebook won't let you be as specific as like this block for the risk of like, what's the word? Discrimination. That's the word. Yeah. Okay. So you have to be within at least the lowest 15 miles. So basically this is targeting anybody that lives within 15 miles of Orem, Utah. Does that make sense? Which is going to be the majority of what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Target my database means you can take your entire database. You can target by tags or target by neighborhoods. And you can throw every single person in here that you have in your database and send an ad targeted to them.
Oh, gotcha. I was thinking it was like targeting all of your friends on Facebook.
Yeah, no, so this is targeting your contacts in command.
Okay.
So actually this is something that a lot of people do. An example of this is RedSign runs ads. So they stopped running ads for a while to get leads from outside sources, and they just ran ads targeted at their database and at their friends because they realized like, okay, if 65% of our closings come from our SOI, why are we targeting people that we don't even know? We should be targeting people that we do know. Information like, did you know that this person is the best agent in Utah? Or like, you know, this person is, I don't know. I don't know exactly what ads they ran, but something like that. Yes, question. Ooh, that's a great question. So the question is, do you have to have their Facebook information in their contact? Which, by the way, you can do. Should I leave this? Yeah, there is a, I'm not going to leave it. There is a place for it, so you can add Facebook profiles to contacts, and the answer to that is, I don't know. Good question.
When we had, I can't remember who it was, that other dude.
Bobby Motes?
Yes, he said no. It will.
Okay, so Bobby Motes said you do not have to have it.
Yeah, it will look for email associated.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, so it associates them with the email that's linked to their Facebook account. So if the email in their contacts is the same as their Facebook, then it will. Something has to be linked with Facebook, yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. Any questions on that? Again, we're going way slower than I thought we were, but this is good. We're getting through some good questions here. Okay, I'm gonna move forward. I haven't been focusing too much on like best practice yet, because I'm gonna show you some cool tricks here. But the last thing I wanna talk about is duration and budget. What did I miss on this? Oh, the landing page. We need to talk about that. After they fill out the lead generation form, it has to take them somewhere. Okay? You can't just die there. So my recommendation is if it's a listing, send them to your listing on your website. Does that make sense? So if you have a website, mine is utahcounty.kw.com. Jeez. Hang on. I know what I'm doing. I promise. Don't judge me. What's the address for this place? This house, yeah. So I can take that address, I can throw it in here, and nothing will come up. Perfect. Why? Why did that happen? Is this sold? This might be sold. I don't know. I'm not going to look into it. But let's just find a house on here. Oh, that's not it. This has better windows anyway. Yep, that's right. So if I go in here, I can just copy this property right here, this address, and I can throw it into my ad. So what will happen is once they click on that link, it's going to take them to this page exactly where the house details are. It has all the images of the house, so on and so forth. Okay? That make sense?
You copy it from your website.
Yep. So you copy it from your website, store it in there. That's the easiest. If you have a listing, that's the easiest. You can go into Command and you can make landing pages in Consumer. That's another option. You can just send them to your website in general. Like at that point, you have their data, so the most conversion that you're going to get is going to come from your conversation with them anyway, right? And so don't overthink it, but send them to a place that's relevant to the ad that you have up. Okay, it could be like a blog post. It could be like, I mean, there's so many possibilities for a landing page. Any questions on that? Okay, I'm going to assume no. Cool. Duration and budget. Who knows what A/B testing is? Yes. Do you not know what A/B testing? Okay. All right. So A/B testing is basically you are going to run. So my recommendation is to always run 2 ads at the same time. We're going to leave this because I think we're just about done with that. You're going to always run 2 ads at the same time, just like this. They're going to basically be the exact same ad with one difference. So in this scenario, I've got this ad, which has this text. If you're reading this instead of working at your current job, it's probably time to start doing something you can be passionate about. Okay? And this text, which we already saw, give it an hour. Are you working at your dream job? You deserve to be. Let's make that happen. Right? This one has emojis and a little bit different text, but it has the same image and the same subject. And they both go to the same link. So the only thing that's different is that text. So I'm going to always run these 2 ads side by side with that one difference. And you can see so far, this one is actually doing better. It's had more clicks per impression. Now I don't have any leads, so these are both terrible, but Back here, it was the same case. So this is the exact same ad that I had before. No, this is the one with the emojis. What is this one? Did I change this text? No, I think I changed the landing page on these when I changed them. Oh, no, that's what I did. So on these ones, I didn't do any targeting at all. And on these ones, I did. So this one has like a bunch of really specific targeting, like multiple different ones. And this one only has one, which is like job searching or something. Does that make sense? So the summary is you're going to run 2 ads at the same time. You're going to spend almost no money. I would say no more than $10 ever on each ad. And you're going to run them at the same time and see which one works better. Does that make sense? Don't waste money on something that doesn't work. Okay? So run them at the same time, see which one works better, and then copy both of them, copy and paste, which you can do over here.
Hey, Josh, can you stop an ad at any time? Like early? Can you stop it early?
Yep, so right there, stop campaign.
Okay.
So I can stop a campaign, so you have to stop it before you copy it. But like this one's completed, so I can go in here and I can just go here and then duplicate. So duplicate the campaign and then change one thing. Is it the image? Did you add emojis? Did you change the landing page? If you're not getting clicks, well, your landing page is not the problem. No, let me rephrase that. If you're not getting leads, honestly, your landing page is worthless. If you're doing a Facebook lead generation form, then your landing page is kind of irrelevant. It has to not be like that guy. You want to make it relevant with your ad, but that's not where the conversion is going to come from. Any questions on this A/B testing? At one point, you're going to figure out an ad that's going to get you the regular $2 to $4 per lead. Red Sign's supposed to be here by now. I think you forgot. It's okay. We're almost done anyway. And they're getting, in some ads, like 60 cents a lead. Because they do A/B testing every single time. They figure out which one works, and then their money on that one. Does that make sense? And if $5 to $10 to figure out what about that. Like all of these are actually not too bad. Like you can tell though that these are way better. 15 clicks in comparison to 2 clicks, like that's a pretty big difference, right? 400 impressions. Now this one has what day is it? 2 more days. So I can't really judge yet. It's and this one's still not even good. I'm getting 1 lead for $7. That's not what I want. Industry standard, by the way, is $15 a lead. So if you're getting better than 15, you're beating the industry standard. Okay. Okay. So now let's talk about getting samples. So this is really cool. Give me a company that runs ads that has to do with real estate. Zillow. Sweet. I love it. Homey. Awesome. Let's do both. So if I go on Facebook, if any of Facebook and type in Zillow and bring up their business page, you can see all of the ads that they're running. Do you know that? If I go down here into page transparency, see more, and then I go to ads from this page, so obviously it's currently running ads, and go to their ad library, I can see every single ad that they're running. So Zillow, the way they run ads, they don't use emojis. They have 1 sentence. It's pretty interesting, right? Super, super basic, and they don't ever change it. The only thing they ever change is the name of the city, right? Fascinating. So that's Zillow. All right, the other one that was said was Homey. So let's go to Homey. Homey is probably one of the better ad companies because that's all they do. They don't have anything but ads going for them. Go to ad library. So Homey always does the same thing as well. So you'll notice there's like, this is what works for Homey. They have a brief description, details of it. Wow, my voice just cracked. Details of it, click for price. They don't give any information on the price. And they have their text fade out. So if they want to see more, they have to click on it. Does that make sense? So pretty straightforward. And then learn more. And they do that for like every single ad there. Now these are a little bit different. I with Homey, so you can keep 5K. So this has no ads. This one, I mean, no emojis. This one does. But the point is, you can look up any company or any person. So let's take RedSign, for example, while we're here. So I can go into RedSign team because they're always running ads. I think they run like 6 minimum at all times. I think right now they're running 12. I can go into their ad library and I can see all the ads that RedSign is running. You can see every single one has emoji. They're all different purpose. So this one is all about getting people who want to sell their house but don't have the money to fix it. Does that make sense? So that's what this ad is, the purpose of this ad is for. There's some that are just, like here's a builder ad. So here's your lot ad that you're talking about, right? This one is all about getting a specific type of loan. This one is all about a listing, right? Fascinating. So you can go into any company, see what ads they're running, and just kind of tailor your ad to be similar. How do I run a buyer ad? How do I run a seller ad? Just look up someone else that's doing it. The key to marketing in life is to not create your own thing completely, right? Like there are so many flyers out there. Why would I ever spend 4 hours to design my own flower? I'm just gonna hop on Google. I'm gonna Google this type of design that I like, and be cool. So someone noticing that, especially if you obviously change some things, is basically zero. That make sense? Any questions so far? Okay. So the last thing I want to talk about, we've got 10 minutes, is types of ads. So obviously you can do an ad for a buyer. What's a good buyer ad? What's a good ad to attract buyers?
Maybe a house that you sold and you want to showcase like you got top dollar or you sold it in less than a week.
That would be a seller ad though, right? Because if you're talking about how you sold it in less than a week or that you got top dollar for it, right?
I'd say new listing.
But that's a good point. So top dollar. For a buyer, you could do a new listing. If you're on Zoom, feel free to speak up. We're looking for buyer and seller ads. Yeah, especially if your listing's below 350. That was the comment. Yeah, it'll be under contract tomorrow. Exactly. Yep, you'll still get leads. Exactly. What about like, are you renting? What about a renter ad? Isn't that good for buyers? Do you want to own a home for the same amount that you're renting? You can, right? That kind of ad. What else? Keller Mortgage. That's a great buyer and seller ad. Why is Keller Mortgage a good ad? What is Keller Mortgage? Yes, we own a financing company. We own a lender company that does 0 closing costs. Did you know that? So they do 0 closing costs and they give the buyer $1,000 at closing. And they're super competitive with rates as well. And so you can do an ad that's all about Keller Mortgage. Like, is your hold up closing costs? 0 closing costs when you use mortgage. Let's talk. I don't know, something like that, right? What else? Probably the best one for sellers, or even for buyers. So a new listing is really great. Any listing for buyers is good. For sellers, a listing as well, right? This home, exactly what you said. This home sold in blank amount of days for top dollar. Target that neighborhood specifically, or that area specifically, right? Does that make sense? With sellers, what's another seller one? Let's see. You could do. Yes, an upgrade one. That's great. Yes, yeah, that was the one I was looking for. That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, probably the easiest one to get interest is a CMA, right? A free CMA. Everybody and their dog says that they offer a free CMA. Hey, Red Sign. And that's fine, but you do too. So run an ad. Hey, we're doing free CMA. Or interested to know what your house is worth? Click on this link, and by golly, your link better take them to a place that lets them do a free CMA, so you know, or at least fill something out so it feels like they're doing a free CMA. Otherwise, they're going to be ticked at you when you call them. Hey, I clicked on your site and it brought me to KW or to Burger King's website. I don't know, like wherever you send them. Like, don't trick people into thinking you're going to give them a free CMA unless it sends them somewhere that's like, I will contact you soon. If that's worst case scenario, at least that. I will contact you soon so we can go over CMA. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to get people really mad at you. What else? People on Zoom, give me some ideas here. My handwriting is top notch. Hopefully you're writing some of these ideas down. What are some like really fascinating ones that I've seen?
Josh, can you show me how you looked up other people's ads again?
Yeah. Well, let's look at Red Sign. Let's see what Red Sign is doing. So Red Sign is also running, so it's in page transparency. Whenever you look up the page, so you have to look up the company, go to their business page, and every business page has page transparency. So you click on see more, it'll show ads from this page, and you can go to their ad library. So like, again, Red Sign's kind of trying to think outside of the box. They're trying to target really, really specific people like, oh, you don't have money to fix your house, but you want to sell? We will pay for the repairs and then sell your house for you. Does that make sense? Isn't that a good idea? It is a good idea. Yes, Josh, that is a good idea. Oh, thanks, guys. Just kidding.
I heard a lot on the radio that your house can sell in 30 days. So
Yeah, that's one. If your house doesn't sell in 30 days, we'll buy it. Now, is that a riskier one? By golly, it is. That's true. That's true. A lot of times their terms and conditions are buying it for dirt cheap, but that's less than $300,000. There's a good chance. So, yeah. So there's the mortgage one. This is just your regular listing. Oh yeah, the app. You can run ads about the app. Been looking for home. Great. Check out this app. We have an app, guys. You can use it. The CMA one, get an instant offer. What's another one? Get an instant offer. So Red Sign has partnered with thing where they've just given an offer. We'll buy this for $300K because they know that they could either rent it for that much or sell it, right? But it's an instant offer for your just to pique interest. Oh, you like our offer? Well, we'll sell it. Any questions? Is this helpful? Kind of. Yeah. So Brady's comment is that this is gold, and he's right, guys. People don't know about this. Again, the key to marketing is to not spend the time to create. Like, don't overthink this. Just look it up. Look up what's working for people, because people like Homey, they're spending lots of money to do advertising. What they're doing is working. Because it's so easy to sell a house. It's a golden age for Homey right now. Sorry, someone was going to have a comment online.
Hey, Josh, it's Steve. I just said this is very helpful. Thanks.
Oh, perfect. Hey, you're welcome, Steve. Okay, so if you came to this class, you are eligible for a free ad. We are willing to pay, I mean, this is not a ton. We're not forking out money here, but up to $5 for you to try your first ad. So you don't have to do it yourself, right? Without at least a little bit of help. So get that first trial out of your system on us, okay? Now, granted, we're not going to give you all our credit card so that you can just have it on your account. So what we'll do is we will either write you a check or we'll refund you on your next deal or your next, whatever it's called, monthly bill or whatever. Right? Does that make sense? Your office monthly bill. Yeah. Get that written down. It is, where did my pen go? Oh, it's in my pocket. It is josh@kwwestfield.com. So you're going to create an ad. You're going to take a screenshot of it. And you're going to email it to me, okay? Before you run it. And then you're going to run it. And let me know your preference. Actually, let me talk to Nobly about that. So just send me a screenshot once you've created your ad, and we'll go from there. Okay? That seem fair? Again, it's josh@kwwestfield.com. I can put it in the chat, actually. Let me take a screenshot of everybody that's on the call right now. Okay. So I will put it in the chat here. And go crazy, guys. I mean, really, Facebook ads, $2 to $3 a lead. That's big. That's a big deal.
You set up the same ad and do it in Facebook and Instagram?
So the question is, can you set up the same ad and do it in Facebook and Instagram? And the answer is yes. Yep. If you check both boxes, then it will run it in both platforms. Yeah, Twitter is the only other option. You can run Google ads, but it's a different creation process, and it's a different process altogether. And it's a little bit more confusing, but it is through Command. Yeah, so Command does allow you to run Google ads as well. The easiest is Facebook ads, because then you don't have to have a Google ads account, and Google ads accounts are just a mess. Well, they're not a mess, but they're confusing. They're awesome if you know how to use them. Yeah, and Brady says he doesn't. I hardly know how to use.
Josh, I have a quick question.
Okay, quick question. What's up?
So I have a business Facebook page, but it's not like it's just a straight business, like professional page, not a business real estate page.
Okay.
Are you saying do a separate one for that?
Yes, you have to, because so notice this. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me get rid of this. So this is how the ad looks. It's going to have your business right there up front.
Okay.
So if it says something like Tyler Oakenson, professional plumber, I don't know, right? And it's a Facebook, it's a real estate ad, then it will look obviously funky.
Yeah, mine just says my name. It doesn't have anything else, but I'm fine creating a new one with
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you
real
have
estate side.
that helps a lot.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
What the purpose of it is, right? Also, a brokerage specific logo in order to run your ad. So if you go to kwwestfield.com, Bidden. Tell me my now. You have to have that in your ad. If we go back to our draft here, it's in ad media right here. So I already have it. It already defaults with it. And essentially, it's just going to put it in the ad somewhere. Right now, it's showing weird, like with this little black square. And it may show with a black square. Don't put too much stress into that. Sometimes Facebook will autofill it, so it's a little bit easier to see. So they assume that because there's like gray in it or white, that this box will be black or white to make it easier. Because this is super important that people know. This is how you don't get sued, basically. Okay. Remember, anytime you put anything online, it has to be, your brokerage has to be one click away. So when you're creating your business Facebook page, it has to be within one click, meaning, well, exactly what it sounds like, right? If I can click somewhere on that page or on that ad and I can see where your brokerage is from. Okay. All right. We're going to call it. If you have any other questions, feel free to email me directly. And it's been a pleasure. You're welcome.